Welcome all. I'm Dr. Seema Zagde, a professor with Maharashtra State Institute of Hotel Management and Catering Technology, Pune. Today, I would like to begin my first class of interior decoration for the course 701C, that is Specialization in Housekeeping Management. The learning objectives of this chapter would be: describe the significant role played by colors in interior decoration, and plan and implement sample color schemes for a guest room. To give you all a brief on interior decoration, which is a highly personal form of self-expressions. It is the sum of one's interest as an individual or a group. Interior decoration plays a vital role in the hotel industry. Hotel interior design is an important factor for guests and can increase customer satisfaction. It can also act as a benchmark for the levels of service, quality, and comfort that a guest expects. One of the selling points for guests when looking for a hotel is how they feel about its interior design and decor. As we all know, work is stressful even for the best jobs. So when a guest returns to their room after a day of meetings, networking, or delivering a big presentation, taking time to relax is of paramount. Interior design does not revolve around the hotel's lounge or lobby only. Hotel organization needs to consider each and every fine detail of their hotel, even including the bathrooms along with mix of rooms that needs designing. Interior decoration starts the moment your guest steps inside your property and ends when they leave. Lodging facilities are designed with one thing in mind, is that to attract guests. Today, to begin with our learning, we are going to understand the role of colors played in interior decoration. Colors may be approached from any 5 angles or various angles by people who work with pigments. Color also has a few dimensions or properties like hues, values, intensity or chroma, warmth, and the coolness. Now, to understand what is a hue, hue indicates the name of a color such as red, green, blue, etc. The next one is value, which describes the lightness or darkness of a color. Then we have is an intensity or a chroma, which refers to the brightness or dullness of a color. Apart from this, the most important factor of colors to be considered in interior decoration is their relative warmth or a coolness. Colors that contain greater proportions of yellow, red are considered to be warm, that contain blue are regarded as cool colors. To understand the role of colors, we first basically need to understand what is the color wheel or what are color schemes. Color wheel is basically a wheel which is divided into primary, secondary, and tertiary colors. Now, what are primary colors? These are basic pigments which form all the colors, but they cannot be obtained by mixing other hues. For example, of primary colors is red, yellow, and blue. Then we have is the secondary color. They result when 2 primary colors are mixed in equal amounts. There are 3 secondary colors. The 3 secondary colors are purple. How do we get purple? Is by mixing an equal amount of red and blue. Next is orange, where we mix an equal amount of yellow and red. Further, green, which is by mixing equal amount of yellow and blue. The primary and secondary colors are together called the 6 standard colors in the color wheel. Third, we have tertiary or intermediate colors. How do we get them? When the primary color and the neighboring secondary are mixed in equal amounts, an intermediate hue results. In appearance, the intermediate is a halfway between the adjacent colors. There are thus 6 intermediate hues: yellow-green, red-purple, blue-green, red-orange, blue-purple, and yellow-orange. To understand the color schemes, It is a combination of colors used for decorating, whether doing up interiors or any other purpose. There are main two types of color schemes. One is related and the other is contrasting color schemes. Under related color schemes, we have a monochromatic, analogous and a double analogous color schemes. Now, what is a monochromatic color scheme? This is also called a one hue or one mode harmony. It evolves from a single hue, which can be varied from highlight to low dark and from full saturation to almost neutral. With this scheme, some degree of success is almost assured because unity and harmony are firmly established. Spaciousness and continuity are emphasized and the effect is quiet and peaceful. But the major danger is monotony. This can be avoided by diversifying values and intensities. Such color schemes are most effective when pale, medium and dark values of color below full intensity are used along with accents of the color at full intensity. Next we have is analogous color schemes. They are based on hues that lie next to each other on the color wheel. This scheme can have a minimum of 2 colors and a maximum of 3. The hues should differ in their intensities and values. Analogous color schemes, although basically harmonious, have more variety and interest than monochromatic schemes. It is always either predominantly warm or predominantly cool. When using 3 colors, one should dominate and other 2 should be used in smaller areas. We come to the double analogous color schemes. Any 4 adjacent hues on the color wheel make up a double analogous color schemes. There should be a harmony of hues used in such a scheme because it may give a lot of contrasts otherwise. Moving on to the next classification, that is contrasting color schemes. In that, first which we have is a complementary color scheme. These are built on any 2 hues directly opposite each other on the color wheel. What they offer is a great range of possibilities depending on how the colors are used. Such schemes can be most pleasing or least satisfying. When they are used in color scheme, one of the 2 colors should be used at full intensity and limited to small areas, while the large areas in the opposite color should be subdued in intensity. This would give a better effect and a luxury appeal. Double complementary color schemes. 2 adjacent colors that are complement and their complements used together from a double complementary color scheme. Double complementary color schemes combine the harmonious aspects of analogous colors with the contrast found in complementary combinations. In this scheme, the best effect is obtained when there is one outstanding hue used in the largest amount as subdued intensity. Triad color schemes. A triadic or a triangular color scheme is made up of any 3 colors that are equidistant from each other on the color wheel. It should be remembered that full intensity hues are seldom used in decorating interiors, and this is particularly true here. Care must be taken to ensure that large area of its colors are subdued and only small areas of 1 or 2 of these colors are kept at full intensity to give it a better effect. We also have a tetrad color schemes. Any 4 hues that are equidistant. I repeat, equidistance from one another on a color wheel produce a tetrad color schemes. Such combinations lead to rich, varied, yet unified and well-balanced compositions. We have the asymptote neutral color schemes. This is a type of scheme in which most of the areas of the room are in expanses of neutral colors with small areas of a bright color used for accents. Well, how do we apply these color schemes, or how do we plan color schemes? There are certain factors that must be taken into consideration when planning a color scheme for a guest room. First and the foremost is the purpose of the room. This is the most important consideration when planning a color scheme. The colors in the room must suit the purpose of the room and create the mood or atmosphere that needs to be conveyed. At the same time, the colors used must express the interest and personalities of those who will use the room. In a guest room, the guest would be invited to relax, therefore cool, restful colors such as blue and green would be appropriate. It would be just as improper to use pale, dull or sophisticated colors in the recreation room as to use intensely grey colors in the bedroom. Delicate pastel colors that are popular and appropriate in a nursery but not suitable for a room occupied by an active adolescent. In the living room, the colors used should induce a feeling of comfort in order to create a welcoming atmosphere for the guests. Very bright or very warm colors as well as very cool or depressing ones should specially be avoided. To create an atmosphere of dignity and refinement, sophisticated colors should be used. Sophisticated colors are often toned down or grade hues that may range to almost neutral. Bathroom walls and fixtures are usually white for hygiene as well as aesthetic reasons. However, bathrooms are often decorated in colors that are suggestive of water as well as such as green, blue, violet or grey. Next is the size and proportion of a room. A small room can be made to appear larger if light, cool colors are used on the walls. A long, narrow room will appear to have better proportions if the smaller end walls are painted a warmer color or a darker shade of the same color is used on the long walls. A square room looks more elongated if two opposite walls are painted a dark color and the other two a lighter one. Dark and warm colors make walls move in towards you. Light and cool colors make them move out away from you. A ceiling that is too high can be made appear low if it is painted darker or warmer than the walls, or if the color used on the ceiling is extended to several inches down the wall. Sharp colors contrast also affects the apparent size of rooms. So it is usually desirable to make the walls lighter than the floor and the ceiling lighter than the walls. But if the differences are too great, the room will seem to shrink in size. 3 or 4 colors are enough in any room. We also have the next component, that is relationship to other rooms. A room should not only be in harmony with itself, but should also harmonize with the other rooms in the property. A hallway should harmonize with all the rooms that open onto it, and the colors in one room should harmonize with the colors in the other rooms that can be seen from it. There should be a feeling of unity and harmony as you pass from one room to another. The most important is the amount of light received by an area. If the area receives a lot of natural light, the colors used should be cool to provide relief from strong daylight and natural heating. An area that receives very little light should be done up in warm colors such as red, orange and yellow. The surface also makes an important factor. A rough surface casts small shadows and so appear darker than a smoother one. There is also known as law of chromatic distribution. This is a general rule to be applied to the various areas in the room. The law states that larger areas in a room must be covered with small neutral hues in the color scheme. As the area reduces in size, chromatic intensity may be proportionately increased. It is usual also to make the walls lighter than the floor and the ceiling lighter than the walls. Colors have a psychological effect on one's mind. Therefore, by using colors for a guest room or for any area in the hotel, a lot of thought has been put into that. For example, a blue represents calm, serenity, wisdom, loyalty or truth. Black is of authority, power, strength, intelligence, etc. White showcases purity, innocence, cleanliness, sense of space, neutrality. That is why most of our linen is white in color. Green showcases natural, cool, growth, health, envy, tranquility and harmony. So your poolside linen would be a little of green and a white. Now, to have a recap of this small chapter on colors, I would like to ask you a few questions. What do you understand by primary, tertiary colors? What is a hue? What is a shade? What do you understand by warm and cool colors? What are the various color schemes which fall under related and which fall under the contrasting color schemes? If given a particular task like of designing or planning a color scheme for a hotel suite, say maybe of a heritage property, of a business hotel or of a luxury brand, how will you or which all the various color schemes which come up to your mind? So get to work and decide a color scheme for a hotel of your choice. Thank you.